would like to thank the LGBT Legacy Foundation and the selection committee for honoring me with this award. I am so inspired, humbled, and in a lot of ways, this is a call to ensure that I continue to fight for equity and love. I also really want to thank all of those that have come before us. So many of my mentors are no longer physically with us, and yet I feel them with me today. And I feel like all of the community that has fought for equity, fought for justice, fought against stigma, they left their shoes for us to fill. They're large shoes, but we cannot go back. And the more that we continue the call that our predecessors did and make sure that we never go back on equal rights, to me that is incredibly important. So thank you again, Legacy Foundation, but thank you more to every person who's come before, who's made a difference, spoken up, and fought against injustice. This award is so incredibly not only important, but humbling. In so many parts of the country, we're taking steps back in rights, in access to services, and here in Hawaii, that's not true. This award allows me to continue to fill my cup and really refocus on what can we do to ensure that not only the people of Hawaii can continue to have access to the services and rights that everybody else has, that people can love who they love and be who they are without fear. One example to that of me, and so grateful to Legacy, ACLU, and some of our legislative partners, is that we were successful in getting the bill passed to put a constitutional amendment on this year's ballot. What that would do is to take away some of the language that was put in that limited marriage in our islands, so that again, people can be free and not worry that we might go back to a time where they cannot marry who they love. This award reminds all of us that our work is not done, and that together we can make a difference and continue to strive so all of our community is safe, healthy, and happy.
I just want to say that this is the 40th anniversary of the Life Foundation. Many of you have been supporters of the Life Foundation, and now the 5th anniversary of the Hawai'i Health and Harm Reduction Center. 40 years.
I do this work for both personal and professional reasons. 30 years ago, I moved to San Francisco. Like many people from our community, I was drawn to the Mecca. But 30 years ago was in the heart of the HIV crisis, and I moved there and I saw the devastation, the loss. But not only that, I saw that this disease was disproportionately affecting gay men, our transgender community, and that nobody was talking about it. And that this idea of social determinants of health, disproportionate harm, whatever public health speak you want to say, this community was not being taken care of and people were dying. So I figured out that I could both do social justice, bring attention to inequity, help address social and physical harms, while doing advocacy and uplifting voices and ensuring that all the voices are at the table. So that's really the professional reason, is seeing our community be devastated by a disease. Unfortunately, I came to this work through the door of HIV. But now, even though we have a lot of advances in HIV, we still have loss, and we still see other issues coming up and affecting our community disproportionately. At the same time, I have personal experience. I have identified as bisexual, as long as I can remember, and why the B is often silent and LGBT and T. I feel like that is so important for those of us with the privilege to maybe not have to wear that label of a B and be discriminated against, to speak out. And then especially as a cisgendered woman, it is my duty to speak out for our trans brothers and sisters and our non-binary folks. The discrimination that's happening against our trans community it's actually unfathomable. I can't believe we got here looking at 10 years ago where we were, around the country. But again, here in Hawaii, we have a strong trans community that's supported. And I ask the rest of you allies, as I hope I am an ally to the trans community, step up, speak out, use the right pronouns, address dead naming and misgendering, and speak out and make a difference. So those are the two real reasons that I do this work, is to be an ally, but also to know that our community deserves the same health and well-being as everybody else. And through the door of public health and social justice, we can get there. One of my favorite quotes is by Maya Angelou, and she talks about being a rainbow in somebody else's cloud. I love that imagery for several reasons. Not only is rainbow very symbolic of the diversity of our community, but this idea, I don't know about you all, but for me, this life is so challenging and chaotic at times that the only thing that makes sense to me is love and connection. And being a rainbow in somebody else's cloud has always been what I have tried to do. But more so, I spoke of all of those that have come before us, made a difference in this world, and put their energy into uplifting the next generation who they've never even met. And for some of them, put their lives on the line. So as we as a community come together, get ready for the constitutional amendment this fall, continue to look at policies we can do to make Hawaii equitable for all, take a moment to be a rainbow in somebody else's cloud. And remember, they may not know your name, they may not dance the same dance or share the same food or have some of the similarities, but together we can be that rainbow for each other and for the community, the next generation, that is truly going to ensure equity for all.